Hi, millionaires. Welcome to Suddenly Still, episode 10. Today, we are going to discuss forgiveness. First things first, when I lost my son due to stillbirth last November 2022, I found my place in a I found myself in a place of anger. I felt like it was everybody's fault that I was pregnant in the first place, if I'm very honest. I felt like, when I got married in April of 2022, everybody was like, hey, you're going to get pregnant on your honeymoon, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm like, no, like, that's not even like what I have for myself. Like, that's not even what I want to do right now. Like, all of that kind of stuff. And of course, I don't regret my son at all. And my son did come as a blessing. I mean, even though I did lose him in the end, but I felt like overall, like when I was sick and like in moments when I was sick and I just felt like I was dying. And then when I almost lost my life, I was so mad at everybody for putting their mouth on me. Like, stop speaking on me and stop speaking things into existence that you don't even know that I want for my own self. So I found myself in a place of just angry with everybody. And I realized that I have to forgive them. Forgiveness is for you. It's not for other people. It's for you to release. It does not mean reconnect, because just because my issues and what I was holding on to wasn't as serious, or no one intentionally did something to me for me to have to like release them as a whole, but you have to release whatever it is that you're harboring. So for me, I was harboring feelings that people didn't even know existed. Maybe if I would have told them how I was feeling, they would understand a little bit, or maybe they wouldn't. Everybody's not going to understand how you're feeling or feel like what you're feeling is even valid. As long as it's valid to you, it's something. So instead of harboring those feelings, I decided to forgive them. I forgave them for the fact that I felt like they spoke my pregnancy into existence. I felt like they spoke the sickness and everything into existence, because when everyone's saying like, you're gonna be pregnant on your honeymoon and this and that and the third, and I got pregnant on my honeymoon, it was everybody's fault but mine. Granted, of course, I had to do whatever was necessary to get pregnant. But it was like I wasn't trying to get pregnant. I literally still don't know to this day how I actually got pregnant. I mean, we don't have to go into the logistics of it, but I'm just telling you, like, if you know, you know. And yeah, it wasn't there. So I just felt like it was everybody's fault. So when it comes down to forgiveness, you have to realize you have to release. Releasing does not mean reconnecting. It means that you're releasing whatever it is you're harboring against someone else for whatever they did. Sometimes forgiveness is releasing without an apology. Forgiveness is releasing without reconnecting, because you feel the obligation to reconnect with the person that messed up or the person that ruined whatever it was. Because 9 times out of 10, when you reconnect something, it does not connect back the same. So you have to understand, reconnecting with someone that you lost that connection with, it may not ever be the same. Yes, it can be joined back together, but you have to expect that it will not be the same. I made a post the other day and I stated, never ever confuse cordial with cool. I ain't forgot what you did. I just don't have the energy. I'm very big on that. Like, don't ever, ever confuse cordial with cool. I ain't forget what you did. I just ain't got the energy. I don't have the energy to not. I don't have the energy to ignore your existence every time you come around. Like, okay, we're in a conversation, a group setting. We gonna talk. Okay, cool. I don't have the time to match energy, because I don't want to lower my expectation. Like, I don't want to lower myself or how I'm feeling, and my mood. I don't want to have to lower myself to your standard and your feelings and emotions. So I'm not matching your energy. Your energy is not pleasing me. Your energy is not pleasing to me. I don't have to match your energy. However, I am required to control mine. So in the end of the day, if controlling my energy means being cordial when I see you, if controlling my energy means I can coexist and cohabitate in a space that you are in without you even bothering me, if cordial means I'm supporting who I'm supporting and you're supporting them as well, but in the end of the day, we just don't align, that's cool. Because when I'm cordial, I'm good. I'm not cool with you. I'm not cool with what you did, and I have not forgotten. Because in the end of the day, either a conversation wasn't had, you never addressed it, or you gaslighted it when I did address it, or however the case. So in the end of the day, I just decided to be cool on you. I'm not cool with you. I'm cool on you. So I'm just cordial. When you're around, you're there. And when you're not, it doesn't matter. It's like when people become non-factors in your life. It's like, I forgive you because I gotta forgive you for me. Because in the end of the day, you're going about your merry lives, and I'm gonna be holding on to something you did to me. I can't do that. That is not like that does not please my soul to be upset. Even when you piss me off, or even when there's something that happened that I'm not even aware of that even happened, like I don't even know what happened. And I honestly and truthfully don't have the desire to try to figure it out anymore. Like I used to be that person that feel like anytime somebody wronged me, or anytime something happened to where me and my one of my friends fell out, or something happened with a family member or something, like I always had to figure out what happened. What happened? Like what did I do? Knowing I did nothing, at least not intentionally, or at least not knowingly, but whatever I did pissed you off, or whatever you felt like, I want to know what I did so I can reconcile. I want to know that I did so I can what I did so I can fix it. I want to right my wrong. Even if I didn't feel wrong, or if I didn't do anything wrong in my own eyes, whatever I did to you to upset you, I want to fix it. I don't got that no more. Like I don't have that no more. Like I know people's favorite line to say, life is short. Life is short. And I'll never feel bad for someone passing away and we were never able to make amends, simply because in the lifetime that we did have, I chose myself and they chose themselves. So in this lifetime, if I choose me and you choose you, and we just never make amends, or we never reconnect, that's okay. Because in the end of the day, like, it wasn't meant. What's meant will be. And I can't force a relationship with someone, or force a anything, a relation with someone that didn't want it in that lifetime. So if something does happen, because life is short, and when neither one of us knew how short life was, something happened, I got to be okay with it. Because in the end of the day, in this lifetime, you chose yourself, and I did too. And I can never feel bad about that. I had to realize that we harbor so many feelings. Like something happens, we're not talking to people, and then something happens. The first, like, we're heartbroken because in the end of the day, we long for them. That's why we have to settle our debt, settle our feelings, and forgive while they're here. See, I forgive you while you're in this, because I am like God's obligation to me is forgiving. I'm not gonna forget as much as I want to. I'm not going to. I'm still a human. In the end of the day, however, I have the obligation to forgive you. I have the obligation to love you in spite of. I have the obligation, but I don't have to talk to you. I don't have to do any of that, because I'm not obligated to do that part. So, in the end of the day, I just urge you to make sure that you are doing your part and just forgiving. Make sure that you're forgiving, because, for one, forgiveness is a part of healing, it's a part of the healing process. You cannot continue to just move on, and have past trauma and past things that you're holding on to, or past people that you have grown from that you're holding on to, and they're actually being a stumbling block to you because you have not forgiven them. We're not going to stop or block our blessings because we won't forgive others. No, we're going to forgive them. It's going to be okay. We gonna get through it, because in the end of the day, like, the only thing that you really truly have is outside of God is yourself and your own mind. And I promise you, your mind will really, really be your worst enemy when it comes down to holding on things. Because, for one, all we do is cram our brains with things. Like, we push things in the back of our heads. We push things and push things and put, like, our brains probably get so sick of us because we don't know when to just let it go. Like, let it go. Charge it to the game. And I mean charge it to the game fully. Like, charge it without, and don't keep, and like, let them keep the change. Don't just charge it partially. Charge the whole thing, and don't keep the change. Let it go. Forgive others. Forgive them for yourself, because in the end of the day, you deserve that. You deserve to be set free. You deserve to move on. You deserve to be released, and you deserve to be just not bound by your past or people of your past. They don't deserve your energy. They don't deserve you and who you are and where you're trying to go. Elevation requires separation. So when you forgive people, you separate if you need to. You release, and you don't have to reconnect. And if you do reconnect, you do it on your own recognizance. You do it in a way of, you know what, the ball is in your court. You already know how they tried you before, so you'll never really truly let them try you again. And if you did, that's on you. But in the end of the day, you got to continue to forgive, and you have to. And forgiveness is a continuous thing. It's not just going to happen overnight. It's not going to be that first time you first just said, "Phew, I tried it to the game." No, you're going to try it to the game. Think about it. You're going to try it to the game. Think about it again. You're going to get pissed off. You might cry again. It's a part of a healing journey as well. But when you forgive and you're truly forgiving someone, you can be cordial. When you truly forgive someone, you can move on. You can be the bigger person. And it's so easy to do so because you have forgiven them. You're no longer bound by who they are and what they've done and how they feel about you. You don't care no more because you're healed. Because you have been set free of whatever they had held against you or whatever you had held against them, honestly. You're now set free from that. So what they did to you, whether an apology was given or not, you're set free. You forgave them. So now you're free to move on. You're free to just operate in a place of new and moved on. And you can operate from a place of forgiveness because in the end of the day, you can't hold on to what people did to you and expect to continue to grow because I'm telling you, as you grow and get higher and higher, the burden get heavier and heavier and the weight of the world be on your shoulders because you continue to carry baggage that you should have let go of in the last season. It's time to move on now. It's time to forgive now. Not because you're tired of being a bigger person. It's because being a bigger person is what you're supposed to do. You're bigger. You're stronger. You are everything. And you have everything you need within yourself. So in the end of the day, if you have everything you need within yourself, then why do you need to hold on to somebody else and what they did to you? You don't need their apology. You might desire it, you might crave it, and you're very much owed it. You deserve that, but you may not ever get that. And in the end of the day, you deserve you more than anything else because nothing operates in your life better than when you are better or when you are good. So be good. Be good on them. Be cordial. It's okay. See them when you see them kind of thing. You don't got to check in no more. You don't got to worry about, oh, dang, so-and-so ain't checked on me in all this amount of time. Or let me check so-and-so and say, dang, it's been a while, this and that. You ain't even got to worry about that no more. You're good. You're not waiting on something that may not ever happen because people don't always know that they did you wrong or people don't always feel like what they did was wrong and they are entitled to that. The same way that you're entitled to how you feel. So, in the end of the day, forgiveness is for you. Forgive because you should forgive in order to let go and be free. Because guess what? What if God stopped forgiving us? What if he got tired of being a bigger person? What if he got tired of you saying sorry? See, my biggest thing is I hate when people be sorry until they're sorry again. See, people be sorry until they're sorry again, and then you keep forgiving them and forgiving them and forgiving them, but you keep, instead of releasing, you reconnect. And because you keep reconnecting to people you're supposed to release when you forgive, you're constantly let down. You're constantly hurt or felt some type of way because they continuously do things to you because you allow it to happen over and over again. And if that's you, then that's okay in the end of the day. But at the same time, if you expect any type of change, you got to be the catalyst of change. You have to set that boundary. You know what you did, but we ain't never got to operate in that same space again. We don't have to reconnect. I still forgive you. I still love you. Matter of fact, I don't hate you. I'm just good on you. What if God got tired of telling? What if God got tired of us apologizing? Oh God, I'm sorry. Oh God, forgive me, forgive me, forgive me. What if He just said, you know what, that last time was the last time, and that's it? No, He allows us to be. He forgives us, and He allows us to come back into His good graces. He allows us to repent and ask Him to forgive us for our sins, so that we can be whole again. Because He knows we all fall short of His glory. So in the end of the day, everybody falls short. And see, also another thing is, yes, God forgives, but you remember that wherever state He find you in is where you going. That's gonna be it. So if you out there in sin and He find you in that, yeah, you might have asked Him to forgive you yesterday, but you went right back out there and did it again. Now you dead and gone, and you're now wherever He found you, and now you going straight to hell because at the end of the day, you asked Him to forgive you, but you went back and did it again. See, that's how life goes. You can't keep messing up with people and expect to keep being forgiven and being able to reconnect with them. Because sometimes, like, God gonna continuously forgive us, and then what if we did not get a chance to reconnect that last time? Because now you done got lost in sin, and now you're good and gone, and now He can't save you. Because when He found you, the state that He found you in was full of sin. So now you going to hell just because, and you just asked Him to forgive you yesterday. Imagine life like that. This is why you forgive others for yourself, because if something does happen, you forgave them. You might not have been able to reconnect, but their blood ain't on your hands. You forgave them and you were able to release them from you. You were able to release whatever ill feelings you had so that if something did happen or if something does happen, you're free. Set yourself free. Ask God to forgive you. God forgives. Ask Him to forgive you. Don't forget to ask for forgiveness while you are forgiving. Because in the end of the day, you're wrong too. And sometimes we don't want to hear that. But just because you don't think that it was wrong doesn't mean it wasn't wrong. And vice versa. When somebody wrongs you, they might not think that what they did was wrong. That's why you communicate. Open communication, effective communication. Effectively communicate so that people are able to make amends if that is what is meant to be done. And if it doesn't, it just wasn't meant. But overall, I just want to say thank you guys so much for tuning in to the podcast. I appreciate you guys listening in. I said I won't be doing long episodes for a while just because, I definitely want to continue to grow and continue to navigate life challenges with you guys. Like I said, when I lost my son due to stillbirth, it opened up a whole nother chapter of purpose for me. And I do feel like I have experienced so much since then and before then. However, what I went through helped me navigate those tough situations, tough times that I did experience prior to the tragedy, and now they're resurfacing, and I had to heal through them this time, especially after having my son and going through like postpartum and all that kind of stuff. This postpartum was different because I had went through something and I had to heal because I just felt stuck. I was literally suddenly still, and everything around me was continuously moving, and I was stuck in time. And I was forced to learn how to heal and navigate because life continued to go on. Just because I lost my son in that time and I was grieving, life did not stop for me. So that's why I say forgiveness matters so much, because at some point I almost was not able to forgive. I almost lost my life, and whatever I was feeling and whoever, they would have never knew. So that's why forgiveness is important for, like I said, it's important for you. It's meant for you. Yes, people will ask for forgiveness because that's what, it's that they're seeking something, they're longing for something, they want to be blessed for something. They know they wronged you, but sometimes they don't know. And it's okay to inform them and advise them of their shortcomings. But like I said, I definitely appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure that you follow me on all social media platforms at Star Erica. Make sure you follow the podcast at Suddenly Still Podcast on all platforms, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. I do post short video clips on all platforms. Again, thank you so much for tuning in, millionaires. Have a great one.